Here we go. Ready for some cooking? Okay, today I'm going to attempt to make Schnitzel. This is pork something loin? Cutlets, that's it. Pork cutlets. And I'm going to pound them a little flat, and then we're going to fry them in a pan. We have the usual pork panko with some smoked paprika and cayenne pepper. We have some scrambled egg to dip the thing in. And the recipe calls for flour, but I'm going to skip that step because I don't use flour. We've got Parmesan cheese for, I don't know, I might add it to that. I have some bone broth because I want to make a little bit of gravy. And I'm bummed because I was going to go to the, go pick up my meat delivery today at that produce market. And they have cream there, and I was thinking of using the cream for the gravy. But it was like, well, if I gotta run all the way out to get that thing and come back, I won't have time to videotape. So anyway, we have hard-boiled eggs. That's gonna go with it. Ooh, I got my raw cream butter. That's gonna go in there too. That's in lieu of cream. I'll just put that in there. And what else we got? Oh, my new meat pounder. Check that thing out. I was waiting for that because I had these cutlets, but I didn't have anything to pound it with, so I had to order it. So let's get started. I've got the pan heating. I'm gonna fry a little bit of bacon to go with hard-boiled eggs. And this one's got the strip of fat on it. That's the one I want to eat first. But we're gonna put all these on here. These are almost flat anyway, so they probably won't take much to flatten these things. Let me look at that. All right, let's see how this goes. I've never done this before. This is the first time. I could have actually done this either with the plastic wrap or with putting it in a Ziploc and pounding it, but we're getting a little low on Ziplocs and I don't know, stuff like that. I don't want to have to go to the store. So anyway, we got to cover on both ends because when I'm pounding, I don't want it to go splattering. The old blood splatter. Kitchen to look like a murder. So I think I'm supposed to use the flat side. I hope. I don't know. I'll find out. Let's see how this goes. That's working pretty good. These are flat. I'm going to take this one out just to give myself some more room. Yeah, look at that. That worked pretty good. It's a flat thing now. And this one's flat too. Let me take that one out. I'll just flatten this third one. I don't know how I'm gonna. I got the big pan. Hopefully I can fit them all in there. I wonder if that's rattling the camera. I didn't even think of that. Okay. That was pretty easy. It didn't take a whole lot of force. I think these things are pretty tender to begin with. Yeah. You see how we can... Oh, you know what? I was listening to my video that I haven't posted yet. That mic picks up everything. I gotta watch how I breathe. There were so many places I had to cut out where I was like sniffing and wasn't even aware of it. Anyway, it's good for my self-awareness, I guess, to watch these things. All right, we're gonna use some simple salt and pepper for this. Let me go ahead. Let's see how I'm gonna do this. See there, I go breathing again. I think I breathe when I'm thinking without realizing it. All right, simple salt and pepper. And actually the first step is going to be the egg. So let me put that a little closer. Wow, that one I pounded through. One thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some, garlic powder to this pork panko. You know what, I should probably salt all these. Well, let's see. I gotta get them out of the way though. Put that in there. I'll salt this one. Actually, I could probably do both these on this. Let's see. When I got my Rhino Bucket shirt on, and this is from the last European tour we did, and it was before I was eating meat, and we would go through Germany, and half the time the backstage meal will be Schnitzel. I never got to eat it, so now I gotta eat my own version of it. Hopefully I have nothing to compare it to, because I never had the real thing. But this t-shirt is to commemorate that tour. All right, I'm gonna put this one in next. This one that has all that fat on it. I made pork chops yesterday. I didn't film it, but similar process with the pork panko and all that. I think I got all the paprika on the one piece. Okay, let's continue on. Dredge that one. Put this one in. Yeah, yesterday I was saying I bought that lavalier mic to connect to this little transmitter so that I could put the transmitter somewhere else in my back pocket. You just have the little wire coming up with the mic, but the mic's not working. I don't know. It's supposed to just be able to plug right in there. I don't know what's wrong. If anyone's got any experience with those things and they think I'm doing something wrong, please let me know so I can correct the problem. Make sure this one's it's pretty big. It doesn't fit in the bowl. I should have used a bigger bowl. Trying to cover it with all the panko. Okay, there we go. There's that one. Here's the last one. All right, I think I got these covered. My next step though is to fry this bacon so I can have some grease. At least the pan's hot. I usually have a problem with that big one because the burner doesn't go all the way to the edge. So I preheated it just to make sure that the whole pan was hot, not just the little circle in the middle. Because usually I'll throw the bacon on when the pan is still getting hot, so it sort of gradually gets there. So I'm just tossing it straight in there. But this will work. What I cook fast usually takes a little longer than that. This is good stuff. These are my little snacks. Sometimes if I'm like starving and I'm cooking like this, I get these things out and some cheese. I'm not gonna eat those today. I can't do that while I'm filming because you definitely don't want to hear me crunching. All right, these are almost done here. Pile these back in this bowl so I can use this thing for the bacon. I might use that. Ooh, that's getting there. I actually prefer slow cooking bacon. When it cooks too fast, it doesn't cook as even. Like this stuff, it's got like burnt spots on it. Could be the difference in the pans too. Pull this off. Let's just bring this over. See, it's kind of burnt in spots, and then other spots don't look like it's quite done. I don't like when that happens. All right, now I'm gonna put this in. Let's see how this goes. So I can put a couple of these in. Now see, you only see me from like the waist up, but I don't have any shoes on. Probably not good to be using hot grease and no shoes, but when I'm home, I don't wear my shoes. I hate my shoes. So while that's going, let's start messing with dip. This is the gravy. Okay, normally I would do stuff over there, but since we're aimed this way, I'm going to bring the bacon here and cut it up. It's pretty crumbly. Almost too crumbly. And I'm just going to sprinkle this over the hard-boiled egg. We're about ready to flip there. As you can see, they've got the blood coming through. Watch those toes. Can you see that? An overhead. I don't know if that blows it out when I turn that light on. But it looks like it's coming along pretty good. Never made this, but it looks like I've lucked out on my first try. You know what? I was going to put Parmesan in that. Completely forgot. That's alright. I'll sprinkle some on top. I'll put some in this too. See how this looks. I think that looks good. I'm going to pull this off. Oh, it's right in front of me. You know, we're gonna not waste this pork panko. It's gonna go in here. As a sort of thickening agent. Got our trusty foil to keep these things warm. Set those there. Let's see how this is coming along. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan to this gravy mixture. Try to help thicken it up a little too. I think this is done. It's sweetened to you. Let's turn this off. I gotta figure, this thing's so big, it takes up half my stove. So it's like, where can I move it to? It's not gonna be quite off the heat. But with this pan here, I don't really have room over here either. All right, that might take a little bit of time. That came out in lumps. I'm gonna add a scoop of collagen protein. All right, the gravy stuff's still simmering. Let's do some placement. Trying to decide if I can eat 2 of these things. I was trying to decide how many of these I could eat. So I took, since there was 3, I just took one and cut it in half, so it's 1.5. So now, I got this handy dandy KitchenAid egg slicer. Look at these beautiful hard-boiled duck eggs. And my formula for hard boiling is I put them in lukewarm water or cool water in the little pot in the pan and bring it to a boil. Then I reduce the heat down to simmer for 1 minute. In this case, it's electric, so I can't really do it unless I use 2 burners. So I just turn the heat off and sort of lift it up and set it back down, lift it up, set it back down. So it sort of stays at in between like a off and boil for 1 minute. And then after the minute, I take it off the heat, put a lid on it for 12 and put the timer on for 12 minutes. And then at the end of 12 minutes, I take the pan over and I rinse it in cold and then dump ice in the pot. And give it a nice ice bath. It makes it easier to, they peel perfectly. All right, let me see how to place this. This is always a challenge with these eggs. You have to see. Look at the yellows. They're perfect. No gray ring. All right, egg number 2. I gotta speed this up. It's gonna be too much editing. That last video was a nightmare. With all my breathing. I was mostly editing out breathing noises. Let's do this one opposite. How about that? See how that goes. bacon. Okay, we're gonna put Parmesan on top of the meat, and then we're gonna put that gravy on top of the Parmesan. A little bit of salt and pepper. Redmond sea salt. Smoked paprika on the hard-boiled eggs. I don't know if you can even see that far. I'm squinting into the camera. There's the gravy. That turned out pretty good. Now I gotta figure out where I can place this where you can see it. I'm gonna bring this down. This is the pan-fried schnitzel with the gravy. Hard-boiled duck eggs with bacon. Voila! All right, let's dig in and see what it looks like. I've been smelling it all this time. Looks pretty much perfect. Tastes close to those the pork chops I made yesterday. Similar recipe. Actually, same recipe except for the pounding part. Pretty much the same. I wanted to wow, that's so good. Wow, that turned out good. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. Wow, it's a beautiful blend of fat and meat. That's it.